Hello, how's it going today? It's Frankie here, and I watched a good movie yesterday. And this movie, which probably I think a lot of people have heard about already and have seen the title, it's called Last Shift. It's about this rookie police officer that is doing a shift at a station. I think it's a biochemical station or something like that. And she experiences some paranormal stuff. Now, I will give away spoilers in this, and I apologize if I haven't given every part of the information in the video, like scenes and whatnot, because there'll be a lot to explain. So I'll summarize this video and movie as much as I can. I might leave a lot of bits out, but that's just how this video is going to be. So she goes to the station, and this guy talks to her, this old police officer, and such, and he says, "Oh, make sure you don't leave. You always remain at the station at all costs." And bear in mind that I had suspicions about this, and a lot. This movie makes me suspicious a lot in terms of like the characters and what was going on and stuff like that. And now I was like to myself, this guy has something to do with it. So we'll go into that part in a minute. And then she starts experiencing some paranormal activity, and she sees these weird ghosts, like a funny head or something like that, and some weird demons, and she keeps getting a phone call from someone called Monica Young, and this Monica Young chick would turn out to be someone that's been dead for like a year or so, and all these, and these demons. She sees like children in like a room, like this sort of like seance or something like that. And all these relates to, because all the spirits that she sees, they're all related to like the murder of some John Michael something like that. I can't quite remember the name. So, and she also gets a visit from this officer as well called Price. Bear in mind, I got suspicious when this Price officer came in, because it's kind of like, okay, there's something off about this officer already. So, what can they talk? And it turns out that this guy has like a hole in the back of his head when he leaves. And I was just like, what? And I had a feeling this guy was probably a spirit. And then she sees like a woman that's crawling. I mean, it's all got very creepy. This movie it should have been more scarier in terms of like how it looks. It looks like a sort of movie where it's gonna have like some intense jump scares, but it really gripped me. The story and everything gripped me in this movie. It really did. I think she was like trapped in the spirit world because she couldn't leave, and she also trapped a homeless dude that she also kept because homeless was breaking in. I bet man the story could have been clear on this one too. I could have gone known a bit more. I mean, I guess the ending probably did something there. But then this homeless guy said he's seen something after she locked him in the room, and there was like spirits that hanged themselves or something like that. It's a lot to get into in this movie, and then she starts getting hit over the head with this woman that she saw, and this woman was saying, of course, how do you know it's not real? I've got a gun, and she starts like shooting herself. It's a lot of information in this movie. I was thinking there's a lot going on. I don't know what was going on myself, to be honest. I was just very confused by everything. Bear in mind, I was confused. And then she gets a call from her dad after she found that she can't escape at all. As that's very proud of you, but you shouldn't leave. It was obviously a demon talking to her. Like that's what I was gathering, because there's no way even a dead relative spirit would tell you something that's negative like that. And I don't know. I was beginning to think, is this woman actually dead or something? Is she actually like? Is she the one that been part of the murders? Does she have something to do with these spirits' deaths or something like that? It was quite a good movie in terms of like it was more mysterious. It kind of made me think and made me question a lot. It was very madness. I don't know what was going on at all. She starts hearing like she starts seeing like you know over that panel. She sees this woman outside as well smoking. But then I thought this woman was a spirit too. That I saw it, I was okay. I was like, I'm sure this woman could be a spirit in terms of how she was, and she kept saying she hears the same song that she was hearing at work. That spirits were playing. I was like, interesting. That nothing quite happened there. So yeah, this movie is really good. I would recommend it highly, actually. Especially with how the ending went too, where she was like seeing these like supposed people with bags in their heads, and she was like shooting at them and thinking they were intruders. And then here comes the ending bit, which I didn't expect myself. The ending bit was actually got shot, by this old officer, and I was just like, "There's no way." I had a feeling the guy had something to do with it. I just had a feeling because she was just saying, they were dead. They were intruding, and this guy was just saying, "Take a closer look." It turned out to be a guy that was dead. It turned out to be guys that were wearing hazmat suits, but still weren't clear on the story. Like even when she saw pictures of her and her dad, or pictures of somebody else, and I think it was her and the dad as well. And she saw pictures of the victims and the officer. I don't know. Maybe the officer's probably in on it. That's probably what it was. I don't know. But she saw, and I still wasn't clear what was going on. The Paranormal team made it clear it's a paranormal movie, but I still had no clue what was going on at all, whatsoever. And that wouldn't change the rating, because to be fair, it's just like a tiny bit of the story that went missing there. It's still a good movie. I would still recommend it for people to watch, but it needs to be a bit more scarier. I was gonna highly rate this. I'm not quite sure what I was going to rate it as. I mean, I guess you could go there. She actually becomes on there because the end, or I think the spirits put a bag over their head. You don't see it, but they just cover the camera at the end. So she actually becomes on this. I didn't realize the old dude was in on it. I mean, I had a feeling it had something to do with it because he was saying, "I don't know why I'm still here. I don't know what's going on. Like, why?" So it's kind of very suspicious that I tried to summarize this movie as best as I can. I don't want to rant on too much, but I'll recommend you watch it and you could give me your views on what actually was going on. Now, I was gonna give this a 10. I feel like it needed to be more scarier. This is a tough one because I would give it an 8, but I think it deserves more than an 8. Uh, you know, not all horror movies have to have scariness in it. I kind of like the effects of the demons and the spirits and the acting, the characters. This movie was faultless though. This movie was good. I can't hate on it. In terms of the paranormal activity that was going on, the special effect, I think everything was good. To be quite honest, I think the story that could have been a little bit more clearer in terms of that, and I think there could have been a bit more in this movie. Um, it didn't have to be scary. I don't know. It's kind of like the close range movie I watched where it was hard to rate it. I could have given it a 10, but it wasn't enough clear enough a dialogue and storyline. So that's why I gave that one a 9. But this one I have to give it a 10. This last shift me, I'm gonna give it a 10 because I think it's a good horror movie. The effects are good, the acting were good. It gripped me. It was intense. Tiny bit clear on the storyline, but you know what? I think a 10 is a good one. 9 or 10 would have been fair. It's quite difficult to rate these type of movies because it doesn't need. It's a horror. You don't necessarily need the best storyline. You just need to have scares. You just have the typical ending bit. I think maybe the good stuff. I think maybe the clear storyline was there. I was just a bit too blind to see it as such. So, anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please give a like, comment, share everyone subscribe, and hit the bell notification below. I'll see you in my next video.